When you check out at the pharmacy, you see the journey from idea to medicine, thanks to our intellectual property system, or IP for short. IP safeguards inventions, like a new way to prevent seizures or lower cholesterol. And IP supports competition from other brands, then lower-cost generics, which are 90% of prescriptions filled in the U.S. Innovation, competition, lower costs, thanks to IP. Learn more at phrma.org/IP works wonders.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This is Optimal Work Daily. Why You Are Good Enough to Succeed by Jan Koch with EOFire.com. Entrepreneurs who are just starting out all have a common obstacle to tackle. It's what I call the personal qualities paradox, the fear of not being enough, of not having what it takes to build a profitable business even though you know that you have the necessary skills to do it. So many great ideas never become reality. Their inventors don't execute on them due to a lack of awareness of their personal qualities. Before I actually started my first business, I had a hard time wrapping my head around becoming an entrepreneur. I was scared of not being able to make money on my own, so I started my business on the side and kept the income from my full-time job. While I built my business and got connected with like-minded entrepreneurs all over the world, I realized that it's common among first-time entrepreneurs to not believe in themselves. Even though they have the personal qualities, the right skills, and a ton of talent to successfully execute their ideas, a lot of entrepreneurs shy away from taking the leap. I think a lot of these feelings stem from our education and from how society works. Common misconceptions in our society. There are numerous beliefs in our society that hold people back from implementing their natural talents in everyday life and from being the best they can be. In our education, we're taught by our parents and by our teachers that we have to achieve at least mediocrity in all school subjects in order to move up. We're told, work on your weak subjects. We're led to believe that we have to achieve at least mediocre grades to move up. Therefore, we concentrate on getting those mediocre grades instead of focusing on what comes easy to us, our personal qualities. The problem with this is we don't learn to focus on our strengths. Instead of embracing our true skills and talents, we're working on our so-called weaknesses just to become as good as everyone else. These types of learning processes usually aren't too much fun. In fact, they actually feel painful when it comes to certain topics that we just can't understand. It makes us feel stupid, which in turn puts our mind in a loop of negative thoughts. As a result, we don't pay attention to those things we're excellent in. However, if we actually start paying attention to growing our true skills, then we begin to stand out from the masses. Some people will try to pull us back down to mediocrity so we can again start to focus on those topics we aren't that great in. Beware, this is only meant to discourage us. Quote, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered down." Japanese proverb. And this is what I feared before I started my business. My goals were outstanding, much like the goals of most successful entrepreneurs, yet I was afraid to stand out from the masses, even though I knew that I'd have to stand out in order to get where I wanted to be. When you think about starting a business, there's no way not to stand out from the masses, and that's a good thing. When you decide to take action, you're automatically leading by example. Think of all those people out there who are also scared to start their business. Once they see your business grow and hear your story, you'll be an inspiration. We're also told you can become anything you want to be. While for some people this may be true, I believe it isn't true for the vast majority of us. Spending time on learning a new skill that doesn't come easy to us most often feels exhausting and frustrating. For example, I can't paint a nice picture to save my life. Of course, I could learn how to paint, but the process would take forever, or at least it would feel that way. Instead, it's much easier and more enjoyable for me to learn new technical stuff. Unlike suffering through painting, I enjoy spending time leveraging the opportunities technology gives me, and my personal qualities lend to the topic. Several entrepreneurs tend to focus on learning new skills just because someone told them they need to do everything on their own. I made this mistake myself in the beginning too. When I was working as a web designer, I completed all of my projects myself without asking others for help. Those projects weren't very profitable simply because it took me a long time to plan, design, code, and set up the websites. It wasn't until I started leveraging other people's skills that my web design projects became much more profitable. It's pretty straightforward. Seeing results in fields where you don't possess much talent takes longer compared to someone who possesses that particular talent. We can't be good at everything, meaning we don't have to run our businesses all by ourselves. Instead of desperately trying to acquire a skill that's just not right for you, become aware of your personal qualities and concentrate on growing those. It's your personal qualities, your talents, that give you your competitive advantage. Empowering your strengths. You are good enough simply being who you are because your talents and your history make you unique. When you build a business based upon your talents and your history, there's a high probability that others, your target audience, will resonate with you. Those people who have similar experiences or who face similar problems will feel a connection with you, making it likely that they'll grow to know, like, and trust you and eventually buy from you. In order to build a profitable business, you need to focus on and believe in your strengths. Once we become aware of and start to utilize our true strengths, we are all good enough simply by being who we are. Think about the first day you entered the field you wanted to start your business in. What events happened in the past that allowed you to either grow your knowledge, gather practical experience, or showcase your skills? Probably many. This expertise only comes naturally to you because you're used to knowing what you know, but you've forgotten along the way how much work it actually took to gather your knowledge. Remember to embrace your skills. Others don't know what you know. There's no reason to focus on things you aren't good at because those things will never be the foundation of your business. There's no need to spend time worrying about what you're not good at because you can get help from others and leverage their strengths. And there's definitely no reason to feel that you're underqualified because you'll never feel 100% qualified and ready to start your own business. Instead of worrying that you might be that nail standing out, embrace your strengths in order to stand out even further. There's no need to do everything on your own. You need to leverage other people's expertise to see the maximum growth and success in your own business. The final question you need to ask yourself in overcoming the personal qualities paradox is, are you willing to be the nail that stands out from the masses and that can't be hammered down? Starting your own business will always put you in uncomfortable situations. But instead of being paralyzed by fear, you can choose to take action, crush those situations, and ignite your business. You just listened to the post titled, Why You Are Good Enough to Succeed, by Jan Koch with EOFire.com.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Thank you to the team at EOFire for letting us grab articles from their site to share with you. There's a wealth of knowledge on EOFire, which, by the way, stands for Entrepreneurs on Fire. John and Kate have resources, a podcast, a blog, of course, and something they do that's really unique. They share their monthly income, which is often over $200,000. Again, that's monthly. You can see the breakdown of where that income comes from, plus their expenses and much more. So again, thanks to John and Kate for sharing their knowledge and those reports. Now, if you'd like to hear more podcasts where we narrate blogs for you, search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show. We cover personal development, finance, health, relationships, and more on our other shows, and it's a great way to get articles that cover a bunch of different topics. So if you like this format, again, search for Optimal Living Daily to find and subscribe to all of our shows for free. It's greatly appreciated, and of course, it helps to keep all these shows going. And that's going to do it for me today. I thank you so much for listening to this show and being a subscriber. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.